All right, folks, so here we are starting off on the outside. And again, this is the 2025 Brinkley Model I 265. And I just want to show you a couple things here on the exterior aesthetically, and then we'll get into the interior and then back around on the exterior. But right up in the front, you see it's got the matte finish with a great viewing window, the Brinkley badging like you see on all of the Brinkleys, and the LED lights that are coming up here the front. They also have an extension, a higher rock guard, which I think is pretty darn nice, pass-through storage, and then your classic Brinkley look with the European windows and then the corrugated decals. So that way you can see out, but still have a good appearance, on here on the exterior too. I don't know where I was going with that. LED lights with the soft glow underneath the awning, and then you still get the Brinkley rims on your 15 upgraded, beefed up hand coupe tires. I think you guys are going to really like this one. If you guys do not mind, hit that like and subscribe button for me for daily RV content, whether you want to see more Brinkleys, motorhomes, fifth wheels, destinations, whatever. I try to do it all. So if you got any recommendations, please feel free. But for this one, like I previously said in that little intro there, this is one of the most anticipated travel trailers in the industry that I have personally ever seen. And I think the reason is because the owners of Brinkley, before they come out to production, they actually camp. Now, this one is going to be a prototype, so there are going to be a couple tweaks. This should be hitting the industry or the market in about March is what the sheet told me, but I'll put a link down in the description for some information to where you can get on a pre-order list and talk to somebody about potentially buying these. But what I was saying is they actually camp. So like this is the prototype model. So as they were going out over, the last like weekends or months or whatever, they realized that the refrigerator and the pantry, while they're great features, things that they can't meet up with, they started opening this up and they noticed, hey, this kind of hits the wall here. And while it's not a huge deal, I'm having a hard time getting a pizza box in. So what they're actually doing is they are going to take this and they're going to switch it with the pantry. It's just really cool to know that the people that are actually building them are actually using them, because I feel like that is kind of a missing piece in the RV industry. And, Brinkley, time and time again, they just show that they care. They show that they use the product. And, they just got a good one. You have an outlet here in the pantry. You also have adjustable shelving. Love to see it. You can pack away, all of your stuff, and then you flip it around. All these lights are going to be on a dimmer, by the way. Bedroom in the back, bathroom over here to the right, which that thing is huge. I'll get to that here in just a moment. But you have a desk that you can pull out. You can also expand this out a little further. Now, there are a couple little clickers that you have to pull to unlock it, which I already previously did, knowing that I'm going to have a camera in my hand. I didn't want to, mess with it really. But I like the fact that now you have a nice little dining spot. So even though there's not a dedicated dinette spot, this is that dinette spot. So pretty darn cool. I would probably use it as like a little desk. You got a place for all your silverwares. So I think that's pretty darn nice. And then, it locks into place, as you probably just heard. You also have some storage there up underneath for all of your items. Now, this projector, it was said in another video, people were asking about, seeing it outside. You can see the projector outside and inside. So on the inside, you're going to have this little curtain right here. And then when you want to watch it on the outside, see how it's all opaque right there? That will allow you now to watch the image on the outside. And I'll show you that here a little bit further into the video. I'll actually shut off the lights and show you the window. But so you can actually turn on right there, and now you can see through it. So it also creates a little privacy if you're not even going to use the window for the projector, which I think is pretty darn neat. I would almost like to see those one day, potentially when the technology gets there, maybe even change the fact that you don't need, the shades there. But in the meantime, maybe we turn on something pretty darn entertaining. Yeah, look at that. Oh, no. Well, whatever. I'm going to shut that off. But I tried to put up my own video. I thought that would be kind of fun. But anyway, pretty cool to have the projector. That's going to be located right here. So it's kind of out of the way. You're not going to worry about it. The interior height, too, for, not bonking your head. If you're a ding-dong kind of like myself, my wife calls me Wreck-It Ralph. You're probably looking at about 6'2", 6'3". So it's really up and out of the way. You're also going to get a really beefed up AC in this unit. So this thing will chill you out of it. No problemo. The kitchen, plenty of countertop space. It also looks really sharp. It's that light and bright, but you're using a fancier pants, a pinkies up, style microwave. I mean, look at that thing. You got a rice mode on it. I mean, who doesn't want a microwave with rice mode? I know I sure do. I feel like you're making it if you got a rice mode inside your microwave. So right there, it opens up. Notice strut free, hands free. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. And they also have the little nubbly right there just to protect the ceiling because it comes up, pretty darn aggressively there. They're going to be switching this up here just a little bit, I heard. But you got some, storage options going for you. Pretty darn cool. You also have a stainless steel undermounted bowl, and it's got kind of that hexagonal look down in there. It's a little extra grippy. You also got your high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. A nice little viewing window, and notice no staples. It's all adhered in from the back. But right there, you got your half Dracula, and then you got your Dracula shade. Obviously, this can also, go down, so you can do it however that you would like. But I think that is pretty cool. I like the Brinkleys, how they're doing that. It's actually starting to bleed over into a lot of aspects in the RV industry. Right here, you got a great place for, kind of your different spices that they were nice enough to, lay out there for me. You also got little dovetail action right there. I'm going to put that back. You got some dovetail action going on here. Bada bing, bada boom. Clean cut storage and access to your plumbing. You also have some shutoff valves there underneath. Another change that they're doing, just judging on people's feedback, is they're going to be going with a black cooktop as opposed to the silver. You're also going to get a place for your trash can, place for trash bags, and then a paper towel holder and a little knick-knack carrier, which would probably turn in to my junk drawer. You also got a really good-looking backsplash right there too as well. So, all right. Flip it back around. Oh, this is going to be another change too that I want to point out. This is going to be your theater seating, which is directly across from the TV here. They are going to be going away from one with power, so it's not going to have a charging station or the heat, but it will have the USBs right up here, so that way you can charge up all your devices. You got plenty of windows, again, for a nice view as well. And then you have a couple J hooks, and your control panel will be located right here. And anytime you see that little light emblem right there, that means that you can access a dimmer, which I learned. And then, luckily you got the Brinkley's owner hub. So if you never know how to do anything, you can do that right there. Now you might notice it flickering just a hair. That will happen with the camera when you're going in between on the dimming. So it doesn't do it, visually with your actual eyes. I just want to, point that out. Now that it's up to full, you're ready to rock. You still get the Fosgate Rockford Fosgate speakers with the Max Air Fan, which will be located right here to help suck out the steam or stank from whatever you're cooking. But I mean, look at this bathroom. This thing is absolutely massive. It is an impressive bathroom for a travel trailer. I mean, I'm 6 feet, 300 pounds. You are looking at some moving and grooving room. I mean, that is pretty darn nice. It's also going to be a porcelain foot flush throne. You have all the storage that you need. You got a little friendly neighbor window if you want to look out and see what people are doing while you're doing your business. You also have massive, massive storage. I mean, you got place for towels, hair dryers, shine spray, thermal shine spray. Got to have it. The accent lighting, the bowling gun, and again, look at the sink in a travel trailer. It's the same sink from the kitchen too, which I like that because usually a lot of places will skimp out on the sink in the bathroom. Again, the dovetail residential cabinetry. Outlets, and then you got your Tri-Glide glass series here too as well. Love it. Again, as a bigger guy, I mean 6 foot, 300 pounds, I'm definitely a roundy. I am no flatty, but you have enough room to actually take a shower. You got enough room to stand up, even if you're a little taller. I would say probably 6'3" sounds about right. But also, I'm very broad-shouldered, and you can see I've got enough room to stand sideways. Or is this side? If you're walking in from right here into the, maybe you guys can help me. Is this standing front-facing, or is this standing sideways? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, little ADD moment. You got 4 ports where water sprays out. So absolutely incredible. A place for your good fellow Moroccan mint and cedar shave cream can go right there with your loofah, hopefully unused. Never want to grab another person's loofah. And you have a little place where you can, hike a leg up, do a little bit of shaving, and an LED light. So pretty darn cool. But drop a comment. I mean, what do you think about this camper so far? I think that this is an absolute home run for a travel trailer. I don't get excited too often. I mean, sometimes I don't even really like recording them, to be honest with you. They don't do so well on views. And, they're just all the same. And this is something that is truly different. I mean, this bedroom, absolutely stunning. But the coolest part about this camper might actually be under the bed. You lift this up and look at that. Hanging clothes. One of the changes they are going to be making is they're going to be putting a hamper down here, but it also has steps to get down. So, I mean, if you have to grab something maybe a little heavier, like the chairs. So these chairs, those chairs were actually under here when I first got, before they did a decor kit for it. And I just thought it was so cool that they could fit the chairs down there. I mean, just what a great place that doesn't have a closet. Now you got space for it, and you can hang up your items. Just, I think it's just so neat. It's just such a cool, innovative way, to do camping, I guess. And again, it comes down to the fact that they camp. Dimmer switch will be right there, so you can kind of set the mood with honey buns. And then you got your J hooks, and then you also have a little dresser. Another thing they're going to add is some hanging clothes options right here. So I'm not sure if they're just putting on like one of those little hooks with the circles, or how they're doing it, but they are going to be doing it. The windows right here, you'll have your shades, so you're good to go there. And then on both sides of the bed, which you can see, I've got walk-in room to get around fairly easily. You are going to have flip-up counters for that. Each side has its reading light. Then you got a massive viewing window here too as well. And then bada bingski, bada boomski. Emergency exit. So pull, push, and plop, and you can get yourself out in a hurry. But now I'm going to head around the outside, show you what she's all about, where some things are. And then I'm going to shut down the lights and show you the projector on the outside. So if you're curious to see that, make sure you stick around to the end, or fast forward to the end, or whatever. But it's going to be pretty darn cool, I think. I'm excited to see it at least. But again, it's the 2025 Brinkley Model I 265. So just a reminder again, in case you forgot, this is not a fiberglass camper. This is a metal siding. And like I said, they are calling it the European metal extra strength with the magnesium, which, cracks me up. But, I mean, look at this. It's also got a 10-year warranty, so you don't have to worry about, fading or anything like that. If you do happen to, be driving down the road, just like your car, if you happen to get a little nick in it, you can just get a little touch-up paint and you're good to go. But I like how they're going after it. It's kind of like a, maybe like a shot sort of at Airstream almost. Not saying that it is an Airstream, obviously, but having that metal lasting longer, higher quality, it's kind of going with the whole Brinkley name, kind of what their purpose as a brand is to give you a high quality product that also looks great. I like how they started off with these LED lights that are running up here, and it kind of continues with that awning. I just think it's a really sharp appearance. And then, as I said earlier, this front, notice how the rock guard doesn't end right here. They actually raised it up. And again, I'm 6 feet tall, and this is right up to my shoulder. So pretty much any type of road debris that you would ever kick up is going to be, below that. So it's a really good safety feature. But then they also have, I forget what they called it. I'll put it down in the description. But basically a tough coat right up here as well. Of course, you got the Brinkley badging that is showing up. I love to see that. You have a battery box right there, but you can put up to 2 if you would like, and then you have your larger propane bottles that also have one of those smart clickovers. You're going to have your power tongue jack right there, so really nice and easy. And then you got the little easy latch, the Demco easy latch with your chains that hang up. And then the speakers on the Brinkley, if you're unfamiliar, if you haven't seen them or don't crawl on the ground too often, are going to be right under here, and they're going to be those Roxford Fosgates for you. 2 exterior showers, one on this side, one on that side, so they're kind of keeping in line with the rest of the Brinkley products with the Toughlex flooring right there. It's also going to show off that it is welded at all points and aluminum frame construction with the LED lights. You have your battery disconnect, cable hookup. Well, both of your battery disconnects will be located right there. Pretty darn sharp. I like the windows. I like the square windows, how it goes across on all Brinkleys. You have your, your power tongue jacks. Oh yeah, part of the reason too, you see that little beam right there, that is going to be a what they call a drop down frame. So that's what gives you the extra space, not only in this, but also under the bed. So it's a way to kind of to sneak out a little bit extra for the storage. It adds in a little bit of weight, but as we said, it's only about 7,000 pounds. So they're doing a really good job with that. You can also see it has an upgraded suspension there. And then you get the Brinkley badging on the tires, which I think is pretty darn neat that they do. Now, what I've been, the example I always use is if you're carrying in some groceries, at the end of the day and you're walking in, you don't want bugs to get behind you. We'll just hit this, on the way, and it's got what they call the slingshot, which is, essentially nothing more than a flex band held on with a little bit of a tension, but it's just an added little extra that not a lot of brands are putting on their camper because, it probably costs about 10 more bucks. So you have the safe T-rail, which is extending off, which I think looks pretty darn snazzy, with the step above steps that can flip up into the doorway. Right here's the control for your other stabilizer. You're also going to get a 2-inch receiver on the back with a 300-pound hitch rating, so that way you can, put up some, maybe bicycles, maybe some storage, totes, however you're doing that, maybe even like a little storage rack. You're also going to be prepped for the Furrion S-Vision. That'll be that little black box right there. So that's going to be a 4.5-inch screen that you can suction cup right onto your windshield and see what's going on behind you with some distance markers. It also features a one-way radio, so that way one person can yell at the other one, not both of you. Right here you're going to have a ladder. Let's see if there is a weight rating on there. Their other Brinkleys are 300 pounds. However, this looks like the ladder that has a 250-pound weight rating, so I will try to see if I can get that information, and I'll add that down in the description as well. But there will be a link for not only Brinkley, but specifications and locations for pricing there too as well. So I'll try to wrap it up all in one good little paragraph down there for you. The Furrion tankless on-demand hot water heater. This is the exterior portion, so it's instant hot water as long as you have propane. And then of course you have your plug-in right there, a holder for the stinky slinky. Your high and low drains will be located right there with the LED lights. And then your dump valve. And the nice thing about that, and I'll show you here in a second, is in the pass-through storage, something you might enjoy about that. There's going to be the other dump. Oh, misspoke on that. So right there's your pull valve for it. And then notice how there's all rivets and not screws. So again, that's going to go back to the quality, just a little easier experience. These aren't going to be popping out on you and rattling loose while you're going down like it will happen in some of your more classic travel trailers there. So right over here is going to be your docking station. So again, another outside shower, hot and cold water, all your different bypass valves, city water, tank flush, and then a 65-foot hose right there for your potable. But all right, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Now I'm going to shut down the lights and show you the projector here from the outside. And then we're going to get skedaddling. But again, it's the 2025 Brinkley Model I 265. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See you. All right, guys, so here we are, lights off, shut it down. The only thing I wanted to leave on was the lighting here so you can see it at night above and below. But I want to show you what this projector is looking like when you're out at night, sitting down with honey buns, watching a show. How freaking cool is this? This is the projector that is inside the RV. HDR quality. Absolutely fantastic. But I just wanted to show you guys that here real quick. But let's get back to the tour. Appreciate you.